So what we've done when we looked at the whole market of Dubai, we really wanted to analyze where can you get the best capital appreciation. So we checked, and of course you know better than I do, we've got a lot of great investment opportunities in Dubai in general. You can go for a good rental income, you can have good capital appreciation, which usually ranges between 30 to 40%, up to 40 to 50%, depending on the areas. That's already very, very good from launch till handover. However, what we've seen is that you also have areas where you can get 100, 200 and even 300% capital appreciation. So this is what was very, very interesting to us. And it turns out this only happens on the waterfront, which goes without saying, because if you look at the market, you will realize that we've got approximately 22%, which is villas and townhouses on the market. The other 78% of the market is residential buildings. And out of these 78% residential buildings, only 8% are on the waterfront, which is why that there's such a big capital appreciation happening. And to show you some examples for that, I want to go over ready islands. So for example, looking at Blue Waters, I'm sure everyone is familiar with Blue Waters. Just to give you a little bit of historical data here, it was first launched in 2015 at the price of 2,000 AED per square feet. Today, when we're looking at Blue Waters and their resale value, we're talking about 6,000, 7,000 AED per square feet on average. So that means that they've done a ×3 on their investment. Same thing goes with Emaar Beachfront, because we wanted to make sure that this is not just an exception. So we looked at the island right next door, and exactly the same thing has happened here. Emaar Beachfront, same thing, 2019, they launched at 2,100 AED per square feet. And now the prices, the last projects were actually launching at 5,000, 6,000, still selling out. So people who've invested here in the early stages are definitely benefiting from that investment, because there's so much capital appreciation and growth happening on waterfront communities. Talking about Palm Jumeirah, of course, we all know it. We all know what happened here. It's an extremely great investment. However, what is important to know as well, it actually went through ups and downs because of the size of the island and because there were so many different developers. Because what does it do when there's one developer launching after the other and it's separate developers and there's no master control over who launches what at what price? You've got one price there, one price lower, etc. So it creates a little bit of instability in the market, not meaning that it doesn't grow over time, but it just takes longer to grow. So that's why Palm Jumeirah took a while, but again, great investment. We're talking about waterfront communities and the most exclusive address in the world, of course. Last but not least, there is Bulgari Island, Jumeirah Bay Island. And this is an incredible example. That's something that I would always mention to your clients, because when you're looking at Bulgari Island, it was incredible what happened here. They initially launched in 2017 at 3,500 AED per square feet, which seemed so expensive back in the days that people were telling them, don't invest. So just put yourself in the shoes of that market back in the days, that people were actually thinking this is only a trophy asset, it's never going to make any money. And today we're reselling these properties at 10,000, 13,000 AED per square feet on average. It goes up to 18. So it's incredibly great investment as well. So this just goes to show that whatever you touch on the waterfront just really blooms a lot. It's just a matter of time, basically. There were 3 main success factors for Bulgari Island that I would like to mention. The first one, the proximity to downtown, because the other islands are further away. This was actually the only island that was close to downtown. Second thing, they collaborated with a luxury brand, Bulgari. And the third thing, they took care of the whole island. So the minute you drive onto the island, the landscaping, the infrastructure, everything looks luxurious. Everything directly gives you an amazing first impression. And this is very important for your client's investment. Because what does that do? Even if one of the apartments gets old, you can renovate the apartment, but you cannot do anything about your community. So the community really needs to be handled by a nice developer and really needs to be maintained nicely. So this is very important. Exactly. Same. Now going back to where we decided to put our projects. So we have 2 projects that we're focusing on at the moment. Paso is one of the last plots available on the exclusive address of the Palm Jumeirah. So this is an amazing investment opportunity for whoever is looking for something on the Palm Jumeirah. You can definitely place them on Paso. It is one of the last plots. So again, I'm just reiterating that, because what does that do? You're investing in a completely completed community. By the time Paso hands over, it's going to be the newest building that you can find on the island, which is an argument in itself for, of course, going for this one. So incredible capital appreciation over here. Then the other opportunity that we want to give your clients is to invest in the early stages of a community, which is what we have with Maritime City. Why do we decide on Maritime City? Because actually there's only 4 islands that are available off plan. You have Palm Jebel Ali, which is twice as big as Palm Jumeirah. You've got Dubai Islands, again in terms of surface, twice as big as Palm Jumeirah. Then you have Mina Rashid over here, which is an Emar community. Great neighbor to have, because wherever Emar is going, people usually follow as well. And then of course we've got Maritime City, and that's basically your first touch point to downtown area. So you are extremely close to downtown. Proximity is a given here. The other benefit that we have with that area is actually that the government itself is investing 5.3 billion into the infrastructure and just revamping that whole area. So whenever you have clients that are telling you, I'm a little bit worried about the area, isn't it too far away, etc., just tell them, wherever the government is deciding to invest this much money, and we're talking about 5.3 billion, this is the value of Burj Khalifa. When they're deciding to invest that much money, it means that they're pushing this area to become the next prime location. Very important. What they're doing is that they're building 4 new bridges and 1 tunnel. One of these bridges is actually going to connect the Sheikh Zayed Road directly to Maritime City and the other islands, meaning that from Maritime City to get to DIFC in the future, it's only going to take you 8 to 10 minutes. And to go to downtown, it will only take you 10 to 12 minutes. This is a game changer for the area, because before that, in this whole area, we only have ultra luxury developments. So what did Beyond decide to do? We decided to look at the market and check what is missing in the market. And we've realized you don't have any island that gives you luxury living, but isn't ultra luxury basically. So this is a market gap that was untouched and that we are diving deep into to give you the best community and everything. So now, looking at some more of the infrastructure, and then we'll go into the community, so I really explain to you what's happening there. One more thing that is important to all the investors is that we have the metro station coming in. So again, this is the government. The metro station is coming in directly to Dubai Maritime City, which is amazing, because wherever the metro station is coming in, you've got 15 to 20% capital appreciation happening. So that's a great thing, and especially because it's only 5 stations away from downtown, amazing plus point. This is what I've just mentioned with the 5.3 billion that the government is investing. And then of course we also have the flying taxis coming to Dubai. By next year, they're fully operational. I know it always sounds like science fiction when I mention this, but actually this is happening by next year. So what we want to make sure is that we're aligned with the vision of the Sheikh, and that we're implementing landing plots for these flying taxis on Maritime City. So all of a sudden, even if you have to go to the new airport in the future, this will be your future connectivity basically. Okay. Now diving into the community itself. What I'd like you to understand is that we came in to the project, to Maritime City, in 2023. In 2023, we looked at Maritime City and we said, we're acquiring all the lands that is possible to acquire. So we acquired over 11 million square feet of land over here. However, you still have a couple of developers that have acquired land before we got into the picture. So they are placed over here and over here, which is Damak Chelsea. You were mentioning, you've just had a briefing on that too. So what we wanted to do, in order not to create a chaotic look and feel, we really want to make the island from the first moment, just like Bulgaria Island, you drive onto the island and you've got a beautiful first impression. That was very important to us. We wanted to make sure that the infrastructure and landscaping looks uniform all over this part of the island. So what we've done for that is that we hired one of the best landscaping architects that you can find internationally, which is Cracknell. Again, coming back to our mentality to always work with the best in class, to become the best in class. This is who we hired. And they've done a lot of projects around the world, including Singapore, a lot of them. And they've done so many projects in Dubai. Just to name a few, we've got Museum of the Future, which is one of the famous ones. We've got Dubai Mall, downtown and Burj Khalifa area, others, and especially, last but not least, Bulgari Islands was done by Cracknell as well. So for us, it was very important to kind of give you a vibe between downtown and Burj Khalifa area and mixed with Bulgari Island in terms of landscaping and luxurious design. So the first concept that they came up with is this. So this is just to show you how the landscaping is going to be done and the infrastructure for the roads. We have decided to go with as much greenery as possible, because what is missing in Dubai the most? Greenery. People are really looking to have more greenery around, etc. So this is something that we definitely wanted to add on the island. Again, going with the vision of the Sheikh, who says he wants to become the greenest city in the world by 2040, we are saying we're making our island as green as possible. So this is how we've done it. We also decided to keep the roads nicely flowing by removing as much lights as possible and keeping roundabouts. And the way that we've structured this for the pedestrians to be as comfortable as possible is that we've said we're bringing in a brand new concept to Dubai, which are these sky bridges, flying bridges, that will take pedestrians from one area to another, but also from one tower to another. Meaning that all of a sudden, we're actually enhancing the quality of life here. And this is one of our biggest focuses with this island. We want to enhance your quality of life. We want to make sure that if you have children, if you have a dog, for example, you can just walk around here. Children can run around freely and you're not worried about cars, but at the same time you have lush landscaping around you and you can walk around from one area to the other. So that's just to sum this up. To show you some more renderings, I've got another rendering right here to show you how the bridge is going to be. We also have a 10-kilometer cycling track, so this is also very nicely done for sports avids. And then, of course, we're developing the whole coastal line as well to make sure that everything looks nice, that you don't have any road in front of you, that on the contrary, you can sit down in a cafe, you have lush greenery around you, and you can look out onto the open sea. This was very important for us. Going back to the master community to show you what else we're doing here. To make it a master community, you need to have everything you need on the island itself, right? Otherwise, it's not a master community. So we've decided to make this island self-sustainable. In order to do so, we've got 2 towers that are going to be office towers where you will have offices and hotel components. What does that mean for your clients? We're giving you the supply, but we're also giving you the demand for the supply, which is very important. Second thing we're doing is that we're integrating a mall onto the island, which is going to give you retail shops for day-to-day life, cafes, restaurants, everything you need basically, so that you never have to leave the island. And you will also have clinics and a hospital here. So all of a sudden, anything you need, you have it there. We're also integrating an international school. So the way that I like to sum it up, basically you've got everything you need for the week. And now when we're looking at the upper part of the island from this moment onwards, up, over here, this is going to give you everything you need for the weekend time as well, for your leisure, for your pleasure, etc. So the way that we've done it, because we own that whole upper part of the island, we've decided to split it into 3 districts. We've got the Bay Area, which is what I'm going to dive into a little bit more into detail. Then we've got the Central Park over here, which is our forest district. What's very important to know about our Central Park here is that just like New York has its Central Park, or London has its Hyde Park, we are building our own Central Park on the middle of an island. It's the first park that exists like this. And here we want to make sure that we're giving you a park with lush greenery, a lot of trees. We're planting thousands of trees just for you to be able not to just have a lawn and you're walking around and it's the sun, but to have shaded areas and even bring down the temperatures by 2 to 3 degrees like that. And at the same time, really, again, give you such a nice quality of life overall. So that was very important to us. The third district, I would say, the third part of the island is where we have our private man-made sand beach. So this beach is going to be done by us. We are actually extending the island to really give you a beautiful beach area that can not only be used by those 3 Omnia towers that are coming in, but also by all of our communities. So everyone who lives and beyond can access this beach. The way that we're controlling this is by giving you the access through one of the Omniad towers. So you're stepping through a 5-star luxury building, beautiful building. You're showing up with your card, you're saying, I'm part of the Beyond group, and then you have access to this beautiful, stunning beach where you know that everyone who is at that beach is actually part of your community. So what does that create? It creates an incredible lifestyle and incredible exclusivity, which also, for any of your investors, drives their prices up, because all of a sudden, all of the other developers on the island will not have access to this, even if they do say so sometimes. I don't know if what they're advertising out there. But they will not have access to this, meaning if anyone has the choice, they will go for the one that has access to the beach, and you can drive up your capital appreciation this way as well. Now going back to what we're doing here. As I said, over there we've got 3 Omnia towers. All of these are 4 Beyond towers that are directly by the forest area. We've had our first tower launching here, which was called Thalia. So I'm just going to skip over to this part so you can see. Thalia was the first launch in the forest area. We will have upcoming launches, 3 more to come. Right now, we still have availability in Thalia, so do not hesitate to reach out to me. If you've got clients that are looking for something on this island, we've got 2-bedroom options that are around 4 million, 50-50 payment plan, extremely good investment. Now, what we've done as well is that we have in the Bay Area a complete community in itself, and I would like to cover that for you to explain in detail what's happening here. So this is just a rendering of the Bay Area. The buildings are not final, so once we launch them, every time we change them. On this picture, it's just a rendering to give you an idea of what we're doing in the community. Because all of these buildings are ours, we've decided to take every single podium of these buildings to put in restaurants, cafes, and high-end shops. All of them will only be rented out by us, which again, very important information to keep in mind, because what does it mean when we're renting out instead of selling? It means that we keep the control over the quality of the community, which is something we're never letting out of our hands. To make sure as well that if you're missing something in the community, we will make sure that you've got, let's say there's a bakery missing, we will go over the best concept of a bakery and bring it into your community. So again, you've got everything you need at your doorstep. The other thing that we're doing is that for the residence itself, we've created a resort-like amenities basically, which are purely and only accessible for the residents. So for example, we will have a harbor over here, we will have a yacht club, an Olympic pool, we will have 2 pools by the sea, a swimmable area within the sea, so that means that whoever doesn't want to go to the beach area on top of the island can just dive into the water over here with a pontoon where you've got beds and cabanas and everything. You also have different activities for children, like a zip line, a wave pool. Again, Olympic pool is there. You've got a whole sandy beach area where we've put a volleyball court. In the forest area, we will even have paddle and tennis. So a lot of activities overall. And we've placed 8 different lagoons in the community, all of them swimmable, because that was something that was getting so much success in other communities. So we've decided to grab onto that idea as well and bring it into our community. These 2 buildings that you see in the middle are where we are putting our 5-star restaurants. They both have their own pool area, meaning that what is happening here, we're giving you beach clubs and a beach club type of atmosphere as well, to really give every single resident something for their liking. When we continue over there, there's another pool area, so whoever doesn't want to dive into their pool area from their own building can use this one with stunning views overlooking the sea. And then the last part over here is something that we don't have in any other communities, which we're very proud of, because we've brought in a spa and retreat area. That spa and retreat area is over, like the roof of it is completely with greenery so that everything looks nice. And then inside you're going to have sauna, steam room, indoor outdoor pool, etc. More lagoons outside, a lawn area with cabanas and beds, etc. so that you can just relax and unwind. So this is all part of the residential experience basically for free. Okay. Now if we're looking at our last launch that we've had, I want to just show you what has happened in the Bay Area to give you a little bit of history and for your clients also to understand what happened basically. So we started with All-Rise Tower B. When we launched All-Rise Tower B, the tower was sold within 3 weeks approximately, okay? And we didn't have any units anymore. Then we moved on to All-Rise Tower A, which again was launched, and within 3 weeks, no units anymore. When we launched Sensia, we also announced this whole community. Before that, we didn't. When we launched Sensia, it sold out within 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, we didn't have one unit anymore available. When we launched the mural, it sold out within 1 hour. So again, it was so quick. Everything was gone so quickly that a lot of people were frustrated because they couldn't even get units that they wanted. It was just on the spot, everything was gone. So what have we implemented for our new launch? We've decided to put in an expression of interest, because a lot of people were saying, I don't want to know what you're launching. I just want to know the location of it and I will invest. I don't care about the pricing, the look and feel of it. I don't care because I know it's a beyond property. I know it's going to be luxurious. I know it's going to give me excellent amenities and a very boutique development. So that's why the expression of interest was great for our clients, because all of a sudden they could position themselves on this building and say, I would like to get priority booking, which is the phase that we are in currently. However, yesterday we finally received our brochure, so I can actually show you some more about the project. So these two new towers are called Soulever, and I'm going to show you right after I show you a little video of the community what these two towers look like. So you're having a look at all the Bay Area over here, the two restaurants. Okay, so this was the community itself. Now if we go back, just to show you exactly what I want to introduce you to, it's these two towers that we have over here. Soulever is our last launch. It was literally just launched yesterday. Yesterday we started to allocate units, so let me just show you. Okay, so when we're looking at Soulever, because we're talking about such a prime location, you've got views from every single angle of this building. Towards the front, so just see where I have the picture. Towards the front, you've got open bay views. These are the two towers. Towards the front, you've got open bay views, of course, on this side. Towards the sea of the other side, you will have sea view, you will have sunset views, and you even get forest views because of the location of this tower. So what we have is we have two towers. Tower number one is this one. We haven't launched it yet. Tower number two is this one. 31 floors high, 44 floors high. The last 3 floors are going to be where you have the penthouse apartments. And then we've got a choice of 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments. We've got 4 bedroom duplexes that are going to be right here, right there. They move over the building. We've got more than one, of course. And we've got the penthouse. And what else we have is these beautiful chalets that we've placed at the very front of the building that are overlooking the Bay Area and the sea area completely. When we're speaking about the amenities in this building, we've given you more amenities than in any other building that we've launched so far. We have over 9 different amenities. We've got a stunning pool area of more than 600 square meters. That is, of course, again, overlooking the Bay Area. And as you can see, these would be your views even out of most of the units. We've twisted and turned the buildings in a way that every single side of the buildings are also going to have a view. So this is very important to know. All of our towers, we always make sure that none of them is blocking the other one. And we always make sure that the tower is twisted in a way that not only one facade has an open sea view. We want all of the units to have great views. When we're looking at our amenities, we've got indoor and outdoor yoga spaces. We've got a beautiful gym area as well. These are the chalets that I was telling you about. We have 4 retail shops on the lower ground, so even there, on like footsteps apart, you've got everything you need. Interior design is always going to be very neutral colors. As you can see, we've got fully fitted kitchen areas. So even here, we are saying we want to give you more space than in regular apartments. We don't want to make it mass market units. We want you to give you a boutique development, because this is where you've got the most capital appreciation. Now, even looking at the interior design here, you see all of the colors are always very neutral, nice, so that they, over long term, always stay nice. And we've got a floor to height ceiling of 3.3 meters, which is incredible. It's a very
nice floor to height ceiling.
These are the penthouses that I was just telling you about, the 4-bedroom penthouse duplex apartments. Duplex apartments, sorry, 4-bedroom duplex apartments. This is the chalet view. So you've got the nice upper floor, which is completely terraced, but the chalet is a triplex. So you've got the first floor, second floor, third floor is this terraced area. Penthouse over 3 floors. And I am sorry, I'm just going for the amenities. Now, when we're looking at our amenities, what we always do with any of our developments is that we want to make sure that it feels like a luxurious 5-star hotel. So even when you're looking at our entrances, the entrance are beautiful. It's grand lobbies, just like in a hotel. You've got a double height ceiling. You've got over 200 square meters of lobby area, so that you can have even guests over, have a coffee down there, work from there, etc. This is the way that we've structured it. We gave each building its own grand lobby entrance so that it never gets too crowded. And the grand entrance is also going to have an open view over the bay area, so that even your first impression while getting to the building is very luxurious. When we're looking at the lobby area inside, as you can see again, we're working with a lot of natural materials, natural stones, and we've got a very nice color choice here again. We have, in terms of amenities, a private cinema that we have right here. We've got a library, as you can see here, a beauty salon where you can have your personal therapist come over and do your nails, for example. Spa area as well, that is completely overlooking the bay area. We've got a stunning outdoor yoga space, but also a stunning gym area inside. So again, this was completely glassed so that you've got stunning views over the bay area and the sea. The pool area itself, of course, as I mentioned, it's overflowing on the edges, but it's shared between the two buildings as well. And that's it. So now when we're speaking about the units that we have in terms of choices, we have 1-bedroom apartments that are starting at around 2.8, 2.9 million in Tower 2 right now. We've got 2-bedroom apartments that are going to start around 5 million for open sea views. And we've got 2 bedrooms over here, 2 plus maid, and towards the sea on the other side. 2 plus maid are going to start around 5.5 million, approximately. Again, always reach out for more information, because since we're still in the UI process, we don't have an availability list, okay? When we're speaking about our 3-bedroom apartment, we've got 2 choices. We've got 1 3-bedroom apartment that is all the way on this length. So these will give you stunning views towards both sides. It's dual. It's like from one side you've got open views, from the other side you've got open views. And these are going to be around 8 million tera. But then, of course, over here as well, we're going to have interchangeably, when it's not a 2 plus maid, it's a 3-bedroom. Just to give you a little bit more details about the units. When we're looking at our 1-bedrooms, they're going to be on this side and on that side. Both of them are going to have open views as well. When you're stepping out on your balcony, you will have a completely open view towards the sea as well, and towards the bay. So even those are stunning, really stunning. So whoever wants a 1-bedroom with a view of the water, this is it. This is where you can get that. In Tower 1, we will not have that anymore. It will be sea view towards the other side of the island, which is obviously also gorgeous, but a lot of people are asking for bay. So that's your opportunity to go for this. No, not too close. No, we always leave a good gap. This is like 35 meters between the 2 towers. 35 meters is a great gap. Sorry?
The view. You have view? Other renting at Soulever.
This one, you mean the one bedroom is going to look at the, yeah, it's also going to look at the tower, yeah. Which, at the end of the day, I wouldn't say it's an inconvenience. When you're looking at like developments, I don't know, we're in JBR, right? The Marina Gate, for example. You also have like other towers looking at each other, but people like it because it gives you like a skyline view at night. It's nice. It's a nice.
Sowieso, ja, want dat doe je gelijk wel. Als dit vloot, kan.
Do we have what? We will have on the whole length. And on the other side also on the whole length. So this side is going to give you even forest views. So it's stunning. Forest, sunset, sea view, like stunning. Both of them. These units, the one bedrooms that are overlooking this side, are also going to give you skyline views, downtown skyline views. So really that's a stunning, it's every single side of the tower is going to give you a view. So that's what we always make sure of. And then of course, as I mentioned, we've got a 4-bedroom duplex apartments. And the duplex apartments are going to be here, again with these dual views. We've got them on many different floors. So you've got options for all of the clients. Some prefer low floor, some prefer high floor, etc. So we've got options. And these are going to start around 13 million. The great thing about our projects is that we always give you a 50-50 payment plan. This is the whole argumentation for you and your clients when you're speaking to them. Do mention to them it's a 50-50 payment plan. You can mortgage it at the end, you can resell it by handover. You've got so much capital appreciation coming your way here. Even 30%. Yes, 30% and you can flip the profit. Yeah. So it's really, really good investment. Most of the time when I'm speaking to clients, and if you bring me clients to the office, do yourself a favor, give me the hard work. Don't do the hard work. Just tell them you need to see this project, you need to see this development. Beyond is the upcoming biggest developer that is going to be on the market, the best reputation with the market. And then once they're in the office, I'll explain everything to them, but you've got so many great opportunities. Whoever is looking at Dubai Island, whoever used to be looking at Denmark Chelsea, I managed to turn them around and to go for this one. 100%, because you're part of a community here. Imagine just being part of the community is so limited because you don't have many more buildings to come. So handover is Q1 2029. On the payment plan is always 10% plus 4% DRD fee on booking. 1 month later, you've got another 10%. Then the next payment is only going to be in February 2026, which is going to be 5%. Then the next payment from then, 6 months later, so in August 2026, and it continues like this. February, August, February, August, February, August, up until handover in Q1 2029. Very, very flexible payment plan. So definitely push for this building. I know we don't have any inventory list at the moment, but the way to tell your clients is we've got a waterfront property here, development here that just has been launched. Do pitch it. I promise you, if you're not pitching it, there's so many agents out there that are bringing in clients, and then I'm getting a phone call from another agent and he's telling me my client bought something through a different agent because I didn't pitch it. Definitely pitch it. We're talking about luxurious developments here, boutique developments. Every single tower has its own identity, its own theme in terms of design, which means that you get even more capital appreciation. We're really filtering it down for you. We're basically saying whoever is sold on Maritime City because it's close to downtown will choose this island. Then when they choose this island, they choose this master community because they want to be within the master community. Then once they've chosen the master community, they want to choose the building that they love the most, and every single one of them will have its own design. So imagine then all of a sudden someone is absolutely only focused on Soulever, for example. You've got an amazing capital appreciation opportunity here. For your clients, that is so important to understand this, because then all of a sudden they will feel like, okay, I'm not investing in mass market, I'm not investing in something that is copy-paste, I'm actually investing in a very unique building. I can't say that, you can. Yeah. But this is the way to pitch it to your clients, to really tell them, listen, if you want something unique that is going to give you so much capital appreciation in the future, go for beyond. We are going to be the best ones in the market, I promise you, in 2 years' time. We have so many people working behind the scenes right now, with the best ones from Imar, the head of the ex-Imar now, has moved to us. head of Nakhil has moved to us as well. We've got Rasha Hassan leading all of this. Rasha Hassan is like talking about Donald Trump in Dubai. Like she is the biggest name in the real estate industry. Huh? No, of course not. But like, you know how much influence she has on the real estate market. And she's the one that launched Burj Khalifa. She's the one that's been with Nakhil, with Miras for years. So she's coming into this market, of course, to push this brand. So if you've got so many people that are heading this brand, then of course, you know, Beyond is going to take over in a couple of years, and now is the opportunity for your clients to be part of it before it expands even more. Yes. So, very easy. Dubai Island, you've got a natural beach, but Island A is so big, you've got so many different developers that you cannot control the market. You cannot. Yes, Nakhil is doing them all, yes, etc. Yes, that's great. It's great. But again, we're talking about a very, very big space. If the island was smaller, it would be a different conversation. But such a big island being controlled by so many different developers, you never know when each developer is starting their construction, when they're going to be launching. Maybe some developers are going to wait another 4 years before they're launching their project. That's to your deficit, because then your building is becoming older. So that's not nice, you know? You want to be part of the master community because you want to make sure that even if your building goes old, you can renovate the apartment inside. You cannot do anything about your surroundings. You cannot do anything about your neighbors. If you're not within a master community, you will lose value. Why take the risk? And I'm not saying it's a bad investment, because at the end of the day, Waterfront will always do well. But if I was to compare where to invest and get a quicker... Sorry? Ah, yeah, oh, that's something else also. Oh. Yeah, can you show you? The Bay Area will be done with the first tower that we're delivering, which is all rise. So by like 2028, you will have the whole Bay Area already. And then of course, every single tower is going to launch at their own time. Just a little bit like downtown. If you look at downtown, still it's not ready because you still have construction, but you can live there. You can enjoy it and everything. People want to live there. So here it's the same thing. You're not looking at an area that is going to be not completed. Of course, it will be completed with the first building.
Is this going to open?
Yes. Any other question? Perfect. Yalla, let's sell this then. We do have floor plans. I can share everything in the group, or I can also show you a little bit right now. Just to show you some of the floor plans. We always give you bigger units, so especially in this project, we've decided to give you more spacious units. As you can see, the internal area itself is 720 square feet, so it's very big. And then of course, in total, you're talking about approximately 840, 850 square feet. Now, when we're looking at other types of one bedrooms, this one, for example, again, we're giving you a fully fitted kitchen always. So the materials and everything is very, very high end always. And this one, for example, again, will be around 845 square feet. Now, talking about the two bedrooms, this one is one of the layouts that we have for the one bedroom. That is the larger layout. It's 1,042 square feet. Very big layout. And that one is like a corner unit, so you've got sun coming in from every side. And it will also have complete bay views from this side. So that means that one is the most expensive one that we have. It's like around 3.8. It's a little diamond because we don't have that many. So for whoever wants something exclusive and even more rare and very like a unique selling point here, then definitely pitch this one. It's going to be bay view. So you're overlooking the pool, the amenities, and bay, completely open bay views. Very, very nice unit. Especially because you've got like that little library space over here. So a lot of people will love that because that's, I mean, if you need a little bit more wardrobe space, you can put it there, etc. Like it's a very, very nice. It's basically like a little study on top, right? Now we've got the regular 2-bedroom corner units, which will have again complete windows on every side. 2 bedrooms, both of them en suite. We always give you all the bedrooms en suite, and we always have a separate powder room for all of our apartments, even if you're looking at the 1 bedrooms. Then when we're looking at the 2-bedroom middle unit, again, complete bay view, stunning apartments. And here you see you've got privacy because the middle part is where you have the living room. and separate bedroom. So also an amazing thing because both of them are like the same size, beautiful ensuite, etc. So this, for example, is our 2-bedroom plus maid. So as you can see, you get in, you've got the maid room here, a separate powder room. You've got 1-bedroom ensuite, 2nd bedroom ensuite, and then an open kitchen and a corner living room space. This one is the option that you have one time facing the open sea, Burj Khalifa and forest, and then the other option is the one that will be overlooking the Bay Area. Yeah.
I like this layout because it's very nice.
It's so nice. All of them. We've got different types always for the balconies as well. So different types. Here you can see another one. It's just the other way around. And if we're looking at the 3-bedroom, this is type A2. So this one will be the corner one that I showed you, very in the front. So with dual views, you've got bay views here, you've got bay views here. It's a stunning unit. Stunning unit, incredible value for money here. Again, when you're speaking to investors, this I always like to stay conservative, but I do think this will double in price. Because views like this, in a 3-bedroom layout like that, with 1,900 square feet is insane. It's something that you cannot find on the market like that. So pitch it to your clients. 50-50 payment plan should be the major argument, because even if they change their mind over time, by handover, they can resell it. Pre-handover, they can resell it. Units like this, when you look at the market and what has happened in I don't know, areas like Emma Beachfront, for example, 3 bedrooms were resold over time, more than one time before handover, and then after handover, again, resold. Like every single person has made capital appreciation on these. So whoever takes this and keeps this as long as possible will see an incredible benefit. Incredible. And the great thing with our developments is that usually everyone is very end user. So you don't even have a lot of competition. So as an investor, if you're saying I'm the one who wants to exit, you can dictate your price on the market because there's not so many people that actually want to resell their unit. They want to keep it. So it gives you even more capital appreciation. When there's little options on the market, it's great. You can control the price. That's it, guys. That's it from me. I do hope you can come see me in the sales gallery. Please let me know if you have time to come by next week or even this week. Yeah, next week, perfect. I'll check this with Patty. And then I'll give you another quick briefing just so you can see the mock-up, and I can even cover Basso for whoever is interested in the Palm Jumeirah as well.